What's up guys, Americana back here with another video. Today we are going to be breaking down Ethereum's price chart on multiple time frames. This video is strictly going to be about Ethereum's price action, so make sure you check out my other videos about the dynamics going on the back end of the market to see how that's going to affect your bags. Anyways, let's get into the video. Kind of similar style of video this week, or similar to the Bitcoin video, which probably came out before this. So hopefully you guys enjoy this new style, but let's go ahead and get right into it now that you guys know what to expect. All right, first up is Ethereum on the weekly time frame. Not too much to talk about right now. What you'll notice on the Bitcoin and Ethereum weekly chart is there really isn't, like I said, too much, right? We're not really squeezing on momentum quite yet. Things have kind of stabilized, but still in a red regime or still in a bearish regime. The real trick and the real thing that we're looking at is some of the lower time frames, 3-day chart, daily, and even down to the 4-hour on some of these charts. But I do want to point out, and you guys will see on chart because it is live now, we were able to close with this potential swing model on Ethereum. So if that can go ahead and get confirmed, we would actually be targeting, these highs at about $3,500 on Ethereum if this does end up confirming. And here's that swing model that I was talking about on the daily time frame. Ethereum has somewhat similar problems to Bitcoin. We do have this liquidity level that is kind of unswept down here. I'm not saying that we have to go take out this low that we found on Friday the 21st. But Bitcoin does have some liquidity at the $84,000 level. I don't have a reliable way right now to look at Ethereum's liquidity levels, but I could assume structurally if they lie somewhere similar to Bitcoin's, that on Ethereum it would reflect on the like $2,700 to $2,800 level. Nothing super special to talk about on Ethereum's momentum quite yet on the daily time frame, besides the bullish regime. So that is really good. You guys can see when we've found a bottom in the past, this bullish regime has played a critical role in it. Hypothetically, even if we had to do something like this on Ethereum, you can see once this bullish regime has shown up, it's typically meant we are working on a bottom. However quickly it comes, came quicker in April than maybe what we get right now, but time will tell, and it's good to see this regime here, and let's kind of see it continue. I did forget to mention the 3-day chart. We actually have some rising momentum on the 3-day, which is really nice. So this candle here, momentum, you can call it whatever you want, momentum score, whatever you want, negative 3.17. Closed this candle on Saturday at negative 3.09. And this candle actually closes tomorrow. If it does close somewhere up here, you can kind of see this momentum starting to curl up on the 3-day. Once it has started curling up in the past, it's kind of been no stopping it. It's at least gone to get some sort of cross. Whether that was productive or not, time will tell. Obviously, different regime backing this one up over here. Yeah, let's go ahead and look for this to close tomorrow's candle, being Monday the 22nd, with a little bit of upward movement. And finally, down to the 4-hour on Ethereum. This candle doesn't close until about 4 hours from now, 3.5 hours. Filming this right after the weekly close. So I don't know if this bearish divergence will be here just yet. But you can see over on the right-hand side, we did get a spike in momentum into the weekly close, with this candle closing at about $3,000. So let's see if are we going to, looks like we're trying to confirm another bullish regime. Took a little break here for one candle over the weekend, but let's see if we can kind of confirm this in here. And then also too, like I mentioned, is sweeping this liquidity on the table. Looks like there's a little bit of liquidity on that wick. Yeah, kind of a little bit of a naked candle there as well, but there is some above. So when it comes to confirming that this bottom is actually in, one thing that could happen, right, is going to be a sweeping 2,700 and being able to close the day back above that level, with the 3-day kind of starting to roll up. That's not perfect confirmation. Nothing on this chart or this indicator really is going to ever be perfect confirmation. You do need to have confluence with other things, but getting into a rising 3-day momentum with having this weekly to daily swing model on bullish regimes starting to come back, we can kind of point to, hey, Ethereum might have a shot, but potentially getting some sort of bounce, right? 3,500, 4,200, potentially even touching the new all-time high. But it's really getting out of here and breaking out and having the cycle continue on is going to be up to Bitcoin. So make sure you check out my other video on Bitcoin. Again, both of these videos were strictly about the price action on these coins. So if you're curious about the dynamics, if you're curious about dominance, if you're curious about Ethereum price in Bitcoin and the kind of stories being told over on that side of the market, make sure you do check out my other videos. And let me get some feedback this week. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this kind of style of content on what to expect, me using the indicator and things like that, leaning on that for support. Let me know what you guys think. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.